Back to Philadelphia. They can secure their spot in the postseason with a victory here.
And Kevin, you know, to do it this early would really show you how successful this team's been this season.
Definitely. If they can lock it up with a good performance tonight, it would paint a perfect picture of their season thus far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so, in the game for the 76ers, we've got Robert Covington, Okafor out there with Carl Landry, and it's Sonny Weems. The three from LeBron, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit. Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
On defense, Cleveland. It's a three-point game. Here's Weems. Henderson pulls it in. On defense, the 76ers. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, I was able to talk with David Blatt for a minute. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. So defense, it looks like, coming first for them today.
That's their identity. That's what they're all about. Their defense is really what sparks them.
And that has to be their spark if they're going to be successful. I mean, everything for them starts at the defensive end of the floor.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is. The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Weems dishes to Landry. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality. Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Landry. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Landry's got 5 points so far.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
Covington's shot is off.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
LeBron, good.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then, boom, right to the rack.
The dish now to Weems. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Over to the left wing. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Brian Roberts comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. James outside. Feeds it to Thompson. Davis, the pass to Roberts. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Henderson against Thompson. No one near Landry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Landry's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Here's Roberts. Pass to Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Smith kicks to Landry. Another three for Philadelphia.
Perfect 4 for 4 for him to start this game out.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got a nice bounce in his step to start.
Here's Roberts, covered by Smith. Thompson dishes to Henderson. LeBron left side. A floater, and he sinks the layup. LeBron's got 9.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
A different look now for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Davis, and Jefferson subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Noel comes in for Carl Landry. And it's Grant in for Robert Covington.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now here's Noel. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Here's Roberts. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Fry. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Over to the left wing. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thompson passes to Noel. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Drops in the breakaway layup. Smith's got his first points in this one.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Good.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
And the layup falls.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. 76ers lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard?
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Henderson. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Davis. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Stolen by Henderson. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Robert Covington comes in for Grant. The 76ers leading by 6. Stolen by Henderson. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Shoots from the baseline. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 4 assists now tonight. To the wing right side. Here's Weems looking for his first basket still in this one. Henderson, no one around him. A 3-pointer off the mark. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Out to the wing. Mozgov with the block. Now Cleveland moving it up. Henderson with the ball. Outside for Jefferson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shoots. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Henderson. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Covington with the bucket.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Here's Dellavedova. Okafor with the steal. And they're running. For 3, Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's done a nice job, a great job, actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Now here's Henderson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Dellavedova, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to Weems. Kicks to Landry. Goes back up. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
Complete domination. What a game for Carl Landry. He has 12 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Fry comes in for Davis. James checked in for Jefferson. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Nerlens Noel checks in for Carl Landry. The Cavaliers trail by 10. LeBron kicks to Roberts. They set the screen. James against Thompson. Roberts dishes to Henderson. It's Thompson off the drive, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Now, here's Marshall. Tries it from the top of the key. Tries again. And Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. James against Thompson. Here's the three. Rebound by Smith.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Drops one in from the wing. James has got 11 points. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7, and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
That's good. And the 76ers lead by 12.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Dishes it to Henderson. Can't convert after the good screen.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Thompson with the bucket.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
Henderson kicks to Thompson. Baseline jumper. No good.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've acted.
And we've reached
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 15. And let's go to Kenny. What'd you think of their first half?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Ernie, they are way too weak defensively in the paint. They're getting walked over down low, giving up a ton of points. Barbecue chicken everywhere, with the sauce, without the sauce. We're having a Thanksgiving feast in here. That's a recipe for disaster. They cannot keep letting guys drive the lane, layups, lobs. Defense is weak, Ernie.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We've seen Carl Landry really having a great game.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Carl Landry is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Sonny Weems. Then there's Okafor.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The feed to Henderson. Lots of room. They get the rebound. Here's Davis. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That one misses for Davis.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light has officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds and field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside, and Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
There's the pass to LeBron. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Davis, the pass to Mozgov.
Good. They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter. One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
And Philadelphia calls time here. You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this: high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
The 76ers leading by 13. The dish to Landry. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Weems' shot is good.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mozgov with the bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Davis sets a screen. Dellavedova dishes to LeBron. Jefferson kicks to Davis. Back to Jefferson. He feeds it to Dellavedova. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Landry grabs the miss. Landry's got 7 rebounds in the game. Covington passes to Landry. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Stolen by Landry. And again, it's Philadelphia. Here's LeBron. He's got 13. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. That's good. James has got 4 this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
That is good. Dellavedova's got his second bucket of the night.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
And Mozgov comes to help.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Jefferson dishes to Dellavedova. He kicks it to LeBron. Davis setting the pick for James. To the middle. It's Davis with the drive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Carl Landry. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Mozgov, and Brian Roberts subbed in for Richard Jefferson. Here's Noel. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Noel's got 6.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end. And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Smith kicks to Grant. Noel passes to Smith. No good. And Cleveland the other way now.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up his scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You can see him getting better almost every game.
Thompson outside. He dishes it to Grant. Releases. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 14. The drive by James. It's deflected. Grant outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits it. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Well, Cleveland shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. The forwards are LeBron and Thompson. Ryan Roberts out there with Henderson. And it's Cowan in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Feeds to Roberts. Henderson dishes to James. Just 4 to shoot. And Okafor with the block. Henderson against Grant. Pass to Okafor. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Okafor's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Philadelphia. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
They set the pick. Henderson passes to Cowan. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Thompson, a screen on Smith. Launches a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Davis comes in for Thompson.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And Roberts kicks to LeBron. Fires from 14. LeBron with another miss.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Atlanta Hawks. To the right side. Wide open. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Here's Henderson. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Weems kicks to Landry. Puts up the baby hook. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Brian Roberts. And James with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. And that's 23 points to LeBron.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Weems. Passes it to Okafor. No good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Here's Dellavedova.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
LeBron James on the wing. Drops in the layup for 2. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Philadelphia.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Landry. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
No one near James as he lets it go. And again, LeBron missing. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Pass to Dellavedova. Wide open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thompson for three, and that one's good.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Carl Landry. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.